I don't know what to say.
Perfect. Well, that's perfect. That's what we're using as an intro. All right, gentlemen.
So
Let's introduce the fact that we have a guest.
yes.
Can you believe it? We have a guest. We're so popular and amazing that we have a guest.
Yeah, with our
His name is Ryan, and he is literally so amazing.
He's
He's
only
actually the
paying us
CEO of
$20
Amazon
an hour.
and Apple.
Let's fucking go. Both of them at the same time.
He's
Yep.
double fisting both
Yeah,
companies actively.
Exactly.
No, he's double fisting the customer.
Yeah.
Customer. No, you do not get a tax rebate.
Oh, but you do.
I do. Of course I
A
do.
rebate for
No one else.
Taxes. I hardly know her.
Taxer.
I know. I'm gonna use that joke
You
until
gotta use-
I've wrung out the towel and it's ripped.
You gotta say
It's dry.
taxer. Say taxer.
Taxes.
Texer.
I hardly know her.
Yeah, there you go.
Texas.
I hardly know it.
Texas. The fuck is that?
What am I,
Fucking Tex-
stupid? No, I'm Texas.
What's the difference?
Stupid.
That's
I love it. I'm Scoopid.
Stupid.
Scoopid the red nose.
We're gonna
ice cream
nick
scooper.
We're gonna nickname you for to be Scoopid when you're working in the
Scoopid.
shop.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Scoopid. How can I take your order? Wait.
Wait.
You have to say that
Scoop
to
it,
every
scoop it.
customer, even in a line. Just
It's like in a
wait.
line. Hi. It's like a robot just constantly talking.
Hi.
Hi.
So
My name is Scoopid.
Stupid.
So, I think it was episode 1 or 2. I mentioned very like in a one line,
That Ryan might come on.
like
as
how I
well.
met Ryan
Yeah.
in
you-
relation to a story or something like that. And I think that would be a phenomenal story to start with to
I
introduce
agree.
Ryan.
I agree.
Let's
Ryan
relive
agrees.
that story.
You weren't even
Would
there.
you like the
I
honors,
know, I'm
JT?
talking about them.
Like
they
the
need to
honors.
Both of you share
They
the
need to
story.
relive it. Yeah, line by
Tommy
line.
was there.
I was with John, but like, obviously you two have become better friends since then.
Yeah.
It. You want to start it?
So
Yeah, go ahead.
Tavi and I, we did track cross country, that's what shit. We're at a track meet in Carmel, and we're in the bathroom changing, just as people in track do. We're in the bathroom changing. It's a weird bathroom. Like there's a line of urinals, and then there's the one stall at the end that takes up like from wall to wall. And
The one
We're in
singing
there.
stall.
a bunch of the other guys are in there. We're shooting the shit, making jokes,
As
that
you
sort of
do.
shit. And someone is on the toilet, actively just fucking brutalizing the thing. I mean, like, it is so bad that, like, first of all, the room is hotter than it's supposed to be. This bathroom was, like, really warm.
It was heated. It wouldn't be a track
It
bathroom.
was heated.
For an indoor climate-controlled school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was heated.
For some reason, it was brutal in your bathroom. It was.
Yeah.
It was early. It was like mid-spring.
They replaced the climate control with climber control.
Climate control.
control.
You're fucked.
You know. But yeah. So I'm in there, fucking devastating because I had food poisoning. I've got shoes on that look like boots,
Yeah.
so especially he mistakes me for an adult.
So,
A spectator. Yeah.
Yes.
Ryan is... You're not a dad, but you
I have dad
definitely
vibes.
look like a dad.
You radiate dad
Yeah, you
energy.
do.
Yes.
Dad energy. However, whatever that means.
You look like a father.
I look like I may be. Who knows?
Dilf. But this man's got fucking boots on in there.
Not fucking
And-
boots, they're gym shoes.
They
Exactly.
look like
not
military surplus, is what they look
Not,
like.
not those, but they were old like black New Balances that happened to look like boots because they were thicker than the average like
They
gym
look
shoe.
like the military
Thick
surplus
fucking
boots.
shoes.
Yeah, they were thick
Those-
fucking shoes.
so-
That was the.
So I'm the last one in there. The rest of the guys are slowly filtered out, whatever. And I think I left the bathroom and then you came out and I don't know how we struck up a conversation or about what.
It may
But-
have been the fact that holy shit, I can't believe how bad that fucking was.
I think you know what, you probably apologized
I
for it.
probably did.
You probably came out and apologized for the bathroom because
You made a passing someone made a passing comment like, God damn.
I think at this point I had walked away
it was
because
bad.
I got ready because I had an early event.
Yeah,
So,
you had one of the
yeah.
earlier events. And do we just start talking whatever?
Allergies. I'm blowing my nose.
Blow your nose.
Talking about what?
But just talking about literally anything, memes. I remember the Carl, there will be no cock and ball torture in my classroom. Those memes, that was like the height That was at its height.
What is
at
that?
the time.
2018 humor?
Yeah.
Dude, it was.
2017.
God, it's 18.
2017,
4
2018.
years ago. Christ. Anyway.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah,
my
do not
And,
account.
2018 was 4
Dude, you're about to be
years
a senior. You gotta know how to count.
I
Okay.
could have.
Yeah, you do go to.
I gotta go to the doctor's office to get my eyes checked because my feet hurt. That's the kind of school we go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, used to.
No, we go to the
I'm-
school
I-
where there's fights
I'm not
over
a guy-
ice cream.
I'm not a gynecologist, but I know a cunt when I see one.
Alright, back to the story.
Anyway.
So
We're not Australian,
Ryan has
that's the
this woodshed model,
Yeah.
and he's just like, you want to just break the shit out of this thing? Of course, we're teenagers. We're gonna fucking destroy it, and we get this like 1 inch by third of an inch by like 20 inches long
It was
wooden
a-
stick.
It was a 1x1, but 1x1s are measured differently. So it was like 1 1/4 by 3/4.
Yeah. By like.
Yeah, you're
And
definitely
it was
Six
about
what?
18 inches long.
Yeah.
It's interesting
Oh.
because Tavi knows lumber. Tavi complains about how society
you
is
cut
collapsing
things
with the lumber.
Yeah, I saw a truck go by.
Mason.
All
The
right.
lumber was literally stacked on because I'm pretty sure it was whatever's left of that
Let me
lumber
be
truck.
very clear. Tavi very rarely gives me more than 2 sentences in an answer ever. But when he talks about diesel prices, I think he's
Oh
the
my
Joker.
God.
Because he sends me paragraph after paragraph. I enjoy every one of them. But he
That
sends
and lumber
me
prices.
paragraphs about lumber prices and diesel.
Actually, recently,
It's the only thing he cares about.
recently it was boat
live in a
owners.
society
I could show you the
Yeah, the
message.
boat owners.
Diesel
Yeah.
prices
what?
are going
Boat,
Boat owners.
Mason watched a
Boat owners?
What was it? A video?
I watched this video where the guy was talking about how, yeah, a good starter yacht would be like 60 feet long and $300,000. That's a good starter one. And I was like,
This is what I sent him.
those
in
are the people
response.
that break into their
fucking-
trust fund.
I
They're
typed
wall
up
of
paragraphs
text.
in. How long was this? This was in the span of 2 minutes.
like, yeah.
300,000 for a starter.
300,000 for a
For a
starter
starter
yacht
yacht.
at 25 feet.
When you're the Navy.
Okay, so now your
When you're the guy.
monthly maintenance cost because you abuse the shit out of your yacht is $5K.
Here he
On
goes.
top of that, you're paying. You
Periodically.
probably pay $1,200 a month to store it in the winter
Yeah.
because you can't drive that thing home because you paid $300K for the boat. You didn't pay for a trailer or a truck to transport it. Let alone, do you have your
I've got a
CDL?
while.
Good fucking question. It's a yacht and it's 60 feet long.
40.
40.
My uncle has
I've
a
heard three
42-foot
numbers.
yacht, and I bet he pays enough.
What
for it.
constitutes a yacht?
Anything over 26 feet? Right?
25 feet.
25 feet.
My boat is 23 and a half feet, but it's got that swim platform off the bat. So, we call
So
it 25.
technically it's a yacht.
Technically, it does stretch to yacht.
You just barely hit that yacht status.
Yes.
That's like a guy who's like, I'm average.
It's got a good personality, though.
Yeah, I bet it does.
So, yeah. But yeah, that's this.
Deteriorating.
You want to go home?
No.
You can dip out, Dominic.
No,
Dominic's
no.
not doing too great.
No, I'm staying.
All right.
We're gonna tuck him into bed with us real quick.
I am the
and
U.S.
we'll be right
military in any country that has oil. I am staying here.
I'm staying here.
Anyway,
I'm gonna have to dip out actually pretty quick because the sun's going down. Basically, once we're done recording, I'm gonna have to get out of here.
Alright.
back. No problem.
Me too, because I'm tired.
Fair enough.
so
Unfortunately, as much as I'd like to actually stay and talk to Ryan, and
shoot the shit.
You have me on Discord. You can just go.
I forget about that. Yeah,
You're good.
it's
Tech. Yeah.
tech, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally forget about that. But
Anyway.
That's okay. I'm a very forgettable person.
Okay,
Often.
so
let's just do this.
let's continue the story.
We destroy the shed.
Now, this part I didn't know about. All I knew is that I walked up and there was 2 dudes throwing a stick in the ground.
Alright, so this is when Tavi is inserted at the start because he fucking...
Because I had finished my events, and because my parents didn't show up, I had to wait for the bus, like the rest
Right.
of us.
Like the
You
rest
get
of
to
the peasants.
witness the fact that Ryan and I are here just standing there
Whipping a stick.
whipping this stick into the ground because it's very muddy and we're
Yes.
trying to get it to stick upright in the ground. Alright? I think you joined in first.
Hmm. I was the first to join. Now there's 3 of us standing in a circle around the stick.
Throwing a stick into the ground and just trying to get it to stand upright like you're throwing a knife in the
I
ground.
think I did. I think I taught John or refined John's technique.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're like, no, do this. I'm like, yeah.
You time the release just right, and it just sticks straight up.
Right.
And so here we are, and the ground's getting like even more torn up. It's not.
so bad.
But this is nothing, because after that, the end of the end of the meet is coming up. There's only like 2 more events, so more kids are huddling around us,
Mm-hmm.
and like
the rest of the team showed up.
In
It was
about-
all of the boys.
So about 5 to 10 minutes after I show up, at this point there are about 8 to 10 kids plus us, so 13 of us around this stick, and
Probably.
we're all taking turns. And if you don't, and so we turned it into a game. If it doesn't stick, you're out. If it keeps sticking, you keep getting going.
Right.
It was
Keep going in a
stupid
circle.
simple.
It was ridiculously just. It was really fun.
Just the boys being boys.
I don't think
This entertained us for half an hour.
we stood there for a while, and then the girls start drifting over. Like, what on earth are they doing? And they try to get into the circle. And we're just like,
None of them figured out how to stick.
The girls
They couldn't get it to
track
stick.
chant. They're summoning the devil. Do you remember the chant?
they have a chant.
No, they didn't have a chant when we were doing
Good
this.
God.
So your conversation's irrelevant.
So
Your
bad.
conversation's irrelevant.
They have a chant now.
Yeah.
Yes, the girls over the I think my last 2 years of my track years, they had developed a group chant.
It talks about like we're the best. We're so cool. You'd be so much cooler if you didn't
Have a fucking group
fucking chant.
Listen, you may think
The Colts.
They sway. Okay, they get in a circle. They grab each other. There's like one leg in, one leg out, and they sway side to side.
No, this isn't a group chant. This is a cult, Dominic. This is what we call CULT.
Literally, all of the guys are embarrassed. We tell them. We boo when they do it. Like
Good.
nobody. Like it's they're just
No
yelling and everyone's
Scientology,
looking
no.
at them. And our own team with the same jerseys just going boo.
Yeah.
All the other teams looking at you like, what on the?
We actively like move ourselves away from them when they do it.
I'm not affiliated with you.
And like they pray when they do it, which like I'm
What?
religious. Like I'm fine with that, but like
Then they go into the chant.
yeah, but
You
that is a
pray?
chant, and we have one kid in our
They
team
huddle
who goes and
together.
prays with them.
They head out together.
Like listen,
they
pray like yeah,
someone says a
that's
prayer.
fair, cool, go like pray.
and then they start rotating.
But like
a-
yeah.
All right, who's got the Kool-Aid?
I had to point that out, by the way.
No, then we,
That
then
was
we
a
get
good
yelled
joke.
at.
I get yelled at.
yeah,
You
by your coach. Our coach didn't
did
care what
not
we
give a fuck.
because he understood that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't give a shit.
Yeah, my coach yells at me and told me I'm going to be doing extra sprints for like the next 2 weeks because of it. I was like, oh.
I argue with my coach about what I'm doing, and I win.
You know, the problem is
No
my coach,
backbone and teachers.
like
I
my
call
coach
bluff when I
works
see
with
it.
my dad in the
Yeah.
union, and he's just like, I'm just gonna tell your dad. I'm like, tell him
That you
what?
What?
That I what?
Dude,
I
when,
hate union.
when it comes to like running the 400
No, not the
hurdles or
credit
not,
union.
dude, when it comes to running the 400 hurdles or not, I'm like a professional poker player. I will see through every single bluff you have.
Right.
You say you're putting me in the 400 hurdles and you haven't put me in practice once? Bull. No way.
Bullshit.
No, the only reason I chuckle at the union is because Mason and I have some beef with the union workers.
Started
Was I
on-
union workers?
Fucking union workers.
We're not
in-
union
in
workers.
this
None
town.
of, yeah, our union workers are the worst in the
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
IATSE is not bad. I had stagehand union.
Stagehand isn't like movie production.
Yeah, or
Yeah, no, I agree with those. Those that my cousin works in the film industry, and yeah, they need fucking unions because I filmed a movie with him for like 3 days. It was literally like probably 20 hours of work, 4 hours of sleep every.
Does that logo look familiar?
Yep.
You know why? Because you see that at the end of every fucking movie.
Yeah, every movie.
Every time you go to the Reg, every time you go to the Chautauqua Amp, we got
Right
guys.
there. Yep.
That's the only union that I'm like okay with, because every other union is just
Well, that
bullshit.
union's actually productive, but like
Right.
the state union,
We'll fix it in
Oh,
post.
We'll fix it in post. It's fine.
forget it.
Okay, we brought this up earlier, but we've saved it for this. What do you guys dream about? Because what do you guys dream about? Like, I'll start out, but like my
I'm not
dream is-
interested in actually knowing. I just want to be able to talk.
You go first.
No, I can't go first.
I could tell you about the dreams I had this morning.
Oh no.
From 5 to 6:30, I
I'm
had
gonna
like
read some
3
text.
or 4.
I'm gonna read some text that I got from JT
Oh
Oh god.
at 5 in the morning. Sometimes I have to scroll up a bit.
The
Part of the
weird
dr-
fucking
yeah.
dreams that I've had lately, and I've
Uh,
gotten the idea that my dreams can have meaning, so I'm like actively looking for it. But take it with a grain of salt because it's like an English teacher saying, "The door was blue." What does it mean?
They were
I
sad.
when I have dreams, I actually wake up and think about them. Like, okay, so where did I see this? When did I see that? Because my dreams are usually collages of the things that have happened to me recently.
Interesting.
So I actually wake up actively dissecting the dream, picking out the
I've
details.
got collages. I've got entirely unrelated to anything at all,
Yeah.
other than the meaning.
Okay.
I will read an excerpt of what I was texted at 5:15 in the morning a week ago.
Right, John.
Yes.
Bye, JT.
Part of the dream was, quote, people will extort your help if you offer it too readily, end quote. Another part of this scary maze, which I got, I think, be careful, quote, be careful the direction which you aim in life, end quote.
Very deep.
At one point in the maze, my brain went, quote, wake up, they're here, end quote. I opened my eyes, saw figures in my room, and went, nah, the fuck. With that, so I dove back in. And the maze is populated with tons of teenagers now. I'm getting mobbed. 5:15 in the morning. I am woken up.
It's fucking weird. So,
Yeah, go ahead.
if you want, I can go into that specific part of the dream, which is only like a quarter of what happened there.
Oh my.
Yeah, like the longer, more intense dreams, you wake up, you remember them, but you can only remember certain parts of them.
Oh yeah. So, I have I'm in this dream. I'm avoiding something else in another part of the dream. So I enter into this what feels like a school of some sort. I can remember like the pattern of the bricks on the wall, and they had like glass bricks. It was cool. I walk in, it's a fucking maze, and I'm weaving and turning into it, and I get really far into this, and yeah, there's that. Be careful of the ground on which you tread, because it's like I'm starting to get that suspenseful constriction feeling. It's like, where are you going? What aim is this? Alright? Fucking get into this back part. It's a dead end. And I get that, like, wake up, you're here. Or wake up, they're here. That sort of shit. It's fucking figures in my room, and I'm just like, nah. No, thank you. I'm going back in.
But did you actually wake up, or did you wake up with like quotations? Like, did you?
That's the interesting part. I don't know.
Did you wake up? Because you can wake up, but like I wake up in my dreams a lot. This morning I woke up and I read 11 o'clock on my clock, and then when I said nah, it's 6:30. Woke up and then laid there for a second, like, and then actually looked at my clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lot of the time my dreams are only when I'm falling. These important dreams are only the ones that I'm waking up during.
Yeah.
So I'm getting towards being conscious. I'm more awake. But I look and there's shit in my room. I'm like, nah. I go back in, and it's not any better there, because all of a sudden this room is just populated with shitloads of middle schoolers. And I don't know how else anyone would feel about
being surrounded by middle schoolers.
fucking. There's a mob of them.
Sounds like a nightmare.
Society's
It's like
menace
a
right there.
shitload of heads.
Society's fucking menace.
But yeah. I mean, it was already suspenseful. I'm already avoiding other shit in there. But like,
But do you know what you were avoiding?
His mom.
avoiding it, generally
Taxes.
admitting things that I know to be true.
Yeah. I had
To,
a
like,
nightmare
to myself.
recently. Yeah, I had a sunburn on my back, and I took a cold shower, and then I wiped it off with a towel, and it really hurt, and I woke up. That was it.
Really? That's a dream?
Nice.
Yes.
Sounds like one of your pains then.
That was...
Dominic's having growing pains.
So okay, so your dreams. So you seem to dissect the meaning to your dreams. This like the
Only recently, but yeah.
yeah, the sequence of dreams I had this morning made no sense.
Yeah.
One of them was just work, but there were like these transformers with tank treads on them, or you guys
That's
ever?
just cool.
That's from the
But
DS
have you guys
game.
ever seen Dino trucks?
Yo.
Yeah, they look like that, and they were going down like the slides and everything, and I'm just. I woke up from that one thinking what, and then fell back. It's like it was too early for that.
Too early for this.
Yeah.
No.
And
Give me
then-
another one. Refresh.
Yeah, exactly.
I've
And then-
done that before, yeah.
And then another one was back on that. Actually, it wasn't work, but this was a fictional slide or like water park that I had made up, and I actually have recurring dreams.
Yep. Same here.
But that first, you never have recurring
No,
dreams?
I have like no control over my dreams or anything.
No, you don't have control. They
I don't
appear
have
randomly.
like I barely have dreams, and lately they're of the most mundane stuff. I will tell my weirdest dream that was like 4 years ago, and since then it's just been everyday tasks with mild inconvenience,
sunburn.
like sunburn and wiping my towels.
So
No,
Like, I
makes
get to
dreaming
school,
about
I
Among Us.
forget to do homework. Not I'm naked. I just forgot to bring my homework. I wake up. I think the sunburn one came right after my fever broke, or like right before my fever broke. So like I'm wiping off and I go and then I wake up and I'm in a sweat. I am drenched because my fever just broke and I was just like sitting there soaked. just like wiping out, just like recovering from that
Sweat.
trauma.
Yeah, so I don't remember all the dreams I had this morning, but all I know is like I checked the clock, it was like 8:30, 9:30, 11, 11:30. I wake up and in my head I'm thinking every time I look at this watch, which you're not supposed to be able to read in your dreams, but for some reason I could read my internal clock. Mm-hmm. And as I'm looking at it below or somewhere, it's just saying, or something in my head is just saying, no, it's 6:30. And it's saying 6:30 all throughout the morning. And then when I finally wake up, 6:30 on the dot.
You're not supposed to be able to read in your dreams. I find that interesting.
Do you read in your dreams?
Yeah, everything is so hyper-realistic for me, it is indistinguishable from reality.
Okay, so here's my question. When you read in your dreams, do you read like a single line and the rest of the page is fuzzy? Or can you see, like if you pick up a sheet of paper, you can read?
Yeah, everything's clear. Like clear as day. Now, that might just be my brain materializing something I had read earlier on.
Here's my question. And you may not remember it, but does the paper become fully clear, but do your hands fuzz out?
No, everything's just
as
though I were seeing it myself. The one weird thing I do notice is I have monochrome color blindness. But in my dreams, I see things in color in the way that they're described to me.
What? That's cool.
So if you take... Oh, I don't know. What's something that's generally colorful?
Green.
Yeah, green.
What's that's colorful?
So John,
green.
I only say this because John's room is orange walls with bluish green molding.
Yeah.
Which is a horrendous color combo.
Oh,
it
yeah.
sucks
100%.
I hate
100%.
That wall's different color than the rest of it.
It's darker.
Yeah.
Why?
Significantly darker.
On top of the commercial lighting.
Okay. I do have a
Commercial
question.
lighting,
No.
commercial windows.
How, like... So you said your dreams are hyper-realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going on that.
I also
Yeah,
have one more question, but I can wait till
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
Not so much a dream, but a nightmare that I remember having.
I've noticed that nightmares are more realistic, and it's
Much
not
more realistic. I won't go too much into detail. Just
No, go ahead.
Because there's some personal stuff in there that I'd rather not
Yeah,
disclose.
that's fine.
JT knows, but I've had a recurring one where I'm drowning. And I wake up fighting for my life. Like, literally fucking thrashing and punching the air, just trying to fucking breathe. And it feels like I can't breathe.
I've never had
Almost
a nightmare.
sounds like you may be entering the lucid territory. Have you guys ever heard of lucid dreaming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what you can like train yourself to an extent.
I thought about that.
I got hit by a bus.
I thought about the lucid dreaming, like
Did you
maybe
ever
even
sue?
trying it, but then I thought like
Did you sue?
I don't know if I want to experience surreal dreams where I potentially could just die. I mean, it's not going to kill you in the real world, but it feels the most real through lucid dreams. And then there's lucid nightmares. You
I have
can't wake
a
up.
lot more. I mean, my dreams aren't fully lucid at any point, but the ones that have the more lucid part, it's generally a nightmare.
So
but yeah,
anyway,
Yeah, you said you had a question for me?
that was
The
like
lucid dreaming was.
what is like. Have you guys ever had the lucid dreams? Because lucid dreams, you have normal dreams. Can you guys control when you wake up in your dreams?
No. My dreams are literally
can't.
just like...
I hear something potentially over here. Can you?
Half and half.
Half and half?
I
Somewhere.
can lead myself into something that triggers my real life fight or flight
Almost,
that then wakes me up.
almost like a doorway. But it's
Kinda.
not. It doesn't always manifest as a doorway. Kind of like
Right.
just
I will never realize that I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
But like I'll feel everything. Like if I'm lucid dreaming, or just dreaming usually in general, and someone in the dream's poking me in the arm, I feel it. You know, so amplify that to whatever action may be happening.
And the way lucid dreams work, by the way, it sounds is it hijacks your nervous system.
Yeah.
So whatever you feel in the dream, you feel in the real world, which tricks your brain into thinking, oh yeah, this is the real world.
Yeah. There was one in particular that I don't remember most of the details to, but I remember, like, I was falling for some reason, and not like just like off of a bed or something, but I'm like talking fucking skyscraper, fucking fell out a window or some shit.
Interesting.
And I remember just out of curiosity, one of my most morbid curiosities has been, how would it feel to just plummet? You know?
Mhm.
And so just out of curiosity, I'm just, you know, I'm fucking falling. I'm like, I got 35, 40 seconds before I hit the ground. I might as well see what I can do while I'm in the air. And decide to fucking punch one of the windows on the way down as best as I can. I remember waking up and feeling like I shattered my hand. And I look down and I'm like checking my hand out. And it's like, what?
Oh, so that's how you woke yourself up?
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
out of morbid curiosity. Yeah, I got time. Just to wail into the windows.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never said it makes sense.
Oh no, dreams don't make sense.
But
But like that sounds like some Inception type shit.
I don't like it. But it's definitely
Because in
strange.
Inception they use drops, like
Yeah.
literally falling to wake
Yeah.
up.
Do you guys, like, this is still related to sleep, but a little bit different. Do you wake up and you, like, cannot feel your arm? Like, there are some times where I have to pick up my arm and move it.
Did you sleep on your arm wrong?
It
You cut
happens,
off-
like,
it
once
sounds
a
like
week.
cut off
Not
your
the
circuit.
normal like numbness.
No.
It's
Like,
just
But, like,
sleeping.
Your
it's
arm
dead.
has
Like, my arm
paralysis.
is
It's
gone.
dead,
Like,
yeah.
it's completely dead, and I have to pick it up and move it.
Yeah, no.
And I have to shake it back and forth a little bit to get feeling.
Kind of like you trying to like snap a glow
It
stick.
sounds like they're cutting
You ever
off.
try to beat yourself off with that?
What?
I'm sorry.
Okay, but it would feel like somebody else.
I wouldn't feel like because then
Yeah.
if you're not feeling it in your hand, you just have the sensation of something else.
If you have to shake your arm's coming back in no time.
Okay, but like you guys don't have that.
No, you sleep on your arm wrong and cut off your circulation
I
and
know,
your nervous system.
but like it's not numb. Like I get tingles, but like this is like it's dead. Like
Yes.
I
I
have
have
to pick
cut
up the
off
limb
circulation.
and
I
I have
have
to like
woken
swing
up.
it around.
I have woken up because like oftentimes I am either on my chest or on my back when I wake up,
Okay.
and I've woken up damn near doing this.
Fucking T-post and shit on the bed.
damn near. But yeah, my left arm's just like, oh, it just doesn't exist. Like,
Yeah.
and it feels like 1,000 tons trying to pick
Uh-huh.
it up.
It feels like it's
Yeah.
like I will
Actually,
pick it up and then I'll swing it across because I've got like it just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
There is like no motor function. It's weird. I kind of like it though. I'm not gonna lie. Because it's like it's
Kinda
weird.
like it?
I don't know. It's not like a morbid way. Just like this is kind of cool.
Now, do you have to pick it up, or can you just like
No, I
Let's-
have like it's
like
stuck
stand
there.
up and just let it swing?
I
Do that.
guess
Oh, well, I can do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like it's
What?
just there. But like if I'm trying to get up, it's usually my left arm. I don't know. It could be my right. It's both. But like I'll have to like pick it up and then just grab it, and then like it'll just dangle like it.
What do you mean you have to move it? Just move it. just use
Like,
your arm,
I
forehead.
can't.
I want to
Like
go
when I
back.
slap it, it just makes a sound and I don't feel it, which is really funny.
Oh,
If you ever have that sensation, slap your arm as hard as you can.
If I could-
It just makes a noise and moves. It's so funny.
I was about to move back onto the dreams topic. JT and I were talking last night about some of the dreams that I have where my grandma's in it. She's been passed for years now.
Okay.
And I'll wake up, and there was one instance in particular, maybe a year or so ago, where I woke up. I've known she's been passed away for years.
Yeah.
But I could not fathom, because of how realistic the dream was,
That she was
that
gone.
she was gone. And I tried calling her like 3 times. I was like, what the
Oh.
fuck? Why isn't she picking up? It's kind of hard to pick up from beyond the grave, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
I
Yeah.
had, I had something like that. Not that, very stupid.
My phone call.
But I was really young. You guys know Skylanders?
I did not, but I know what they are.
Yup.
Yeah.
So, like, I've got my own stories about Skylanders. I'll save
Oh,
those
God.
for another day. It involves both the parents
Oh, no.
bartering over one
What?
after a recent divorce.
Arguing over Skylanders for divorce.
Let's go.
Hey,
That
you know
one
what?
will be-
All it cost was one parent.
That one,
Oh my God.
dude, I would
Oh,
trade
you
it
know
for the
what?
chain guy. He was
Trades
cool.
like that. I lost my freaking favorite Rush 2112 sweatshirt the day that I met Ryan.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like a hell of a trade.
Okay,
Hey,
so
I wouldn't trade you for that.
I-
Sorry, Ryan. But
it was-
No, I wouldn't
yeah.
trade me for a 2112 hoodie
I was
either.
gonna say, yeah. Right?
Skylanders Giants had just come out, and I wanted them so bad. I would have cut off my numb arm to do it.
It's
But
already numb.
Yeah, you wouldn't have felt it.
You wouldn't
Until
have felt
after.
anything.
I wonder how far I can go with it's numb. How? Sorry.
That is now I'm
Oh boy.
Okay, so
Want to run some tests?
live leak.
I got contacts.
Could
So-
I?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I
Okay.
was just gonna say after that, could I maybe divert back to my question? But
Yeah.
go ahead. Yeah.
So
Yes.
I had a dream. It was probably one of the most realistic that I've had, which was still like a fuzz. My dreams are never like in depth; they're always just fuzzy. But I went downstairs in my dream, and there was a huge bag that said Skylanders Giants on it. Inside were a bunch of Skylanders Giants, and Skylanders Giants were the only game that I didn't have from Skylanders. I never got it. I've played all the others, but I went down when I woke up. I bolted down the stairs and I looked right where they were in the dream and I started crying. I almost started crying because I was like, why aren't my Skylanders
Where are
here?
my Skylanders here?
Where are my Skylanders?
Where are they, mother?
Do you guys see faces at any point in your dream? Like,
Okay.
can you see?
I've got a weird thing with this.
Oh,
Based on
you,
your
you
dreams,
reminded
like,
me of
do
a.
you dream?
Yeah.
You do dream.
Do you?
It's I want you guys to finish your thing because it's mine are very radically.
I've heard some of his wild dreams.
Mine are radically different than anything that's been
So-
described here.
You
I
seem to
want to talk
have
about
meaning.
faces once you're done.
But
You seem to have meaningful
But,
dreams.
yeah, absolutely.
You seem to have
Only recently.
surreal almost.
Somewhat.
Your dreams just seem to be minor daily inconveniences. Mine are
Not
like
having Skylanders.
mine. I feel like are a step between Masons and Johns. So, but I wanted to go back to my question of, can you wake yourself up from a dream? Can you? I didn't ask you, Mason.
no.
No. Okay. So you're stuck. You're stuck.
Yep.
You can kind of like if you get curious and decide to punch the window out.
Anything that triggers real life fight or flight.
Okay.
So, getting
And
shot at, that
Are
was
you- Are
horrifying.
you similar to that, John?
It really depends.
Okay.
Some dreams, I have the ability, like, if I'm cognizant that I'm dreaming, I have the ability to wake myself up.
Okay.
Some dreams, it feels like there's something actively resisting me waking up. Like, it is trying to keep me there.
Almost.
Huh.
I would say exhaustion.
Generally, yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. See, the only
generally
reason.
doesn't correlate with how I'm feeling physically, though.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
might,
There is such a thing as mental exhaustion.
That is true.
I do get that a lot, yeah.
Burnout. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, burnout is like
A little different.
is a whole period. but yeah.
That's a fun one.
So yeah, the only reason I ask is I can wake up whenever I want. Unless I'm unless I'm flat out just completely burnt out.
Just-
I can if I'm in a nightmare in a dream like this morning, I just said this isn't right, woke up. Or said
Do you have it's kind of like you're like, no, I don't want to dream this, and you wake up and it's kind of like switching a channel.
Yeah.
That's what I always used to do.
yeah, but it sometimes recently I've been going back to sleep because I don't have work as early. But in the past it'd be like I'll just be sleeping, and I'll be dreaming, and sometimes it's chase sequences and nightmares, and I'm just like, no, and wake up. I just open my eyes.
Bro.
It's the weirdest effect because I can describe what it looks like every time. So let's say it's like you're immersed in like a VR video almost, and it's like you almost forget it's real, but like instead of just like peeling the heads off, it's like the video just fades into nothingness, and it's only like it's a course of like maybe 20 feet, and then as soon as the video blacks out, I'm awake, and I'm stuck, and it's. I've asked Jesse about this. I've asked a lot of people about this. A lot of people can't do it. So I don't know. I'm not saying I'm special in any way, but it's curious to me, or it's curiosity to me because 1 in 5 of us right now can only wake up like
On
whenever we
command,
want. Yeah.
literally on command.
Yeah. And well, it sounds like you used
That's
to be
just
able to do
that's
it.
just because you're good at tech.
So
You
before
figured it out. You figured out the code in your brain.
I believe I have figured out some of my psyche. Yes.
Switch to the
so
sequence.
before COVID, I would have recurring dreams every couple of years. They would cycle through, and the characters would be replaced with new ones that are more prevalent in my life.
Yeah.
And I would be able to do the switch the channel stuff. COVID, and it was kind of always that abstract stuff. COVID happened. My dreams start getting really, really hard to control. And it's only been the past couple of weeks when I've accepted the idea that there could be meeting, that there has been. That's probably just because I'm
Correlation.
filling
not
shit in.
causation.
But no, I've had a weird process with mine.
Actually, I think last weekend I had a dream. It was my wedding.
Oh,
Who are you getting married to?
was she pretty?
I don't remember.
Was
It
he
was
pretty?
a faceless
Was he
dream.
pretty?
Did
No,
you-
it was a faceless dream.
Did you
but
want?
I
to be
felt
married?
emotions of attraction, but like compassion, excitement, joy, and all these all the things you feel at a wedding. I woke up. I was the most depressed person all day. It was the worst day
was like,
I've had in a while.
What the fuck? I was getting married to my beloved.
I
don't know who they are.
I had skipped all of college. I just not
The
like
phone's
skip,
still on.
skip, but like I skipped forward in time. Genuinely happy, and it's just
And I
Yeah.
went back to
weird.
college.
And then in the middle of the dream, all of a sudden it's not my wedding anymore. It's someone else's wedding, but it was the same woman.
Oh.
So
That is
that's why I woke up depressed. Even more depressed.
Mm-hmm.
That's a question. Do you ever have like? I mean, you kind of got onto that,
I don't really care.
but when you wake up from
Your
a dream,
allergies getting you.
do any of the
It's
like
just so radically different that I don't
emotions
want to
carry through for a while?
No. I
No.
wake up.
Yeah. Like
And
mine did.
if I'm feeling happiness in a dream, I feel sad, depressed in the morning. If I'm feeling, I don't really feel sadness in dreams though. That's the thing. It's either like just wild, vivid imaginations, or
Like a kid drawing stuff in kindergarten.
no, like the dino trucks going down a water slide.
Well,
that
right, but-
wild shit. Yeah.
But that's something that you'd expect from a child. Someone with a high sense
Ouch.
of creativity. No, not
No, I get the creativity. Yes.
yeah, not in a bad way.
But the thing is, I haven't seen
one of
seen
the
or
good
heard
ones.
anything.
Right.
Well, the thing is, I haven't seen anything or like anything pertaining to dino trucks in that media sort.
Right.
And when I woke up, I'm like, what were those things called again? I just remembered during this episode. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, the creative aspect more than being immature, because I mean, obviously very immature. When I say like a child, I mean like that pure sense of just, I'm going to draw this
Wild
thing because
imagination.
I like it,
Yeah.
and that's what I thought of.
So,
Yeah.
I do have.
Have y'all seen the shit that I draw recently?
No.
There's absolutely no correlation to
I've
freaking
noticed
anything
that.
ever.
Anyway,
I was
Mason,
gonna
your
ask
question.
real quick: are there any emotions that you've only ever felt in dreams?
Yes.
It's interesting.
Bliss.
Keep going. Happiness. Yeah, there you go.
Pure bliss. Like no other emotions have gotten in the way of that in the dreams. Obviously, in real life, you mix of emotions, but like pure bliss is a wild sensation. And that wasn't even the wedding one. It was a long, long time ago when I felt that. Wait.
I kind of.
You seems like you feel the most like inconvenienced in a dream.
Yes. I'm very inconvenienced in my dreams.
What about young? It doesn't have to be recent. Just like young.
I do have a. Wait, what?
Like what emotions did you feel younger?
I felt a lot of triumph when I was younger, because like, I
When you
would
got your Skylanders, that's a triumph.
I would always be like the hero in my dream when I was especially young.
I never had those dreams.
I was like 7
No?
or 8. I would
No.
always be like the hero. And I also have a weird thing like with faces, but everyone can go around. Then we'll get to faces because I want to talk about that because that one's weird for me.
Yeah, we could cycle back for that one.
Yeah, it would be true terror.
Genuine. fear.
Genuine, actual fear. Like, more than, like, I've gone through some shit. I mean, fuck, I had to get stitches because I got fucking bit.
Actually, you know what? Now that you like say that, if it triggers your fight or flight, like every other dream or something like that,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah, but there was one, again, I was just telling JT last night, where I woke up and just fucking screamed for help because it couldn't distinguish that it was reality or not. And I heard it bounce through my house, but I didn't recognize it as my own voice.
Oh, that's fun.
And I fucking bolted up and, like, sprinted, fucking knife in hand, ready to fucking stab whoever just fucking, like, was killing somebody in my house. I'm like, there's nobody
That
home.
was me. Yeah.
What the
What's that?
Okay.
fuck?
That's interesting.
Is it me? Am I the violence?
Am I the violence?
Am I the violent one?
Animals looking in the mirror for the first time and being like,
Maybe I am a skinwalker.
Yeah, it's a skinwalker. But yeah, that's like, even all the stuff that's happened, like bodily harm and like getting chased by dogs and stuff. I've never had that kind of true terror.
Well, yeah. Well,
Just to hear your answer, because you usually have all these weird abstract ones.
with the feelings?
yeah.
Generally, like, part of what we touched on earlier was like the feeling leads into the day. My dreams generally set the tone for the day.
Okay.
Like
I
if
get
I have
that.
a particularly bad dream, but that day fucking drags.
Huh.
But or that day really drags. But like, sometimes there's weird stuff. When I was younger, I had a dream that I was like, and it was one of those ones that I couldn't distinguish it from real life because like I could feel it and whatnot. And I was
Yeah.
I was flying around at like one of the air shows
Mhm.
that we used to go to with all the cool planes and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
I was
planes.
flying around,
You know what the best part about those air shows
Great.
was? My
and I believe
grandparents.
I could do it for the longest
They
time.
live right outside. Not right outside. They live like a mile or two away from an airport. So when the air shows would come over, you'd sit in the front yard.
Dude, it's great.
I got to see the Blue Angels multiple times.
Yeah.
Fly right over the road.
They're so good.
Alright. Faces.
You gotta let Mason answer.
Answer what?
Your question. You gotta answer your own
I
question.
don't feel like it, but okay.
We haven't even touched on your dreams yet.
Yeah.
We've gotten ideas out of them, but no.
I've been trying to avoid it because it's so
Generalization.
radically different than anything
So
I'm
we'll do
hearing.
the
That's
faces, and
interesting.
then I'm
That's
gonna
what
poke
we're
you
here for.
in the
Fine.
head.
I say we make this one longer. What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm
Alright.
recording until we get bored. So
Okay.
I'm not.
anyway,
We will not get bored anytime soon.
what's the question you want me to answer
So
specifically?
what emotions have you felt in your dream that you've not felt in real life?
Oh my god,
If
this
there
is
are
going to
some
be
and/or
hard to
what emotions.
explain.
Either that or like your least.
There
common.
are. So how do I explain this in a way that doesn't make me sound,
Like a psychopath.
concerning? No, just a little
If
concerning.
if you hear some of the dreams he has, they're wild.
They're always
Wow.
hyper realistic too.
Yeah.
Every dream I've ever had, it's always been the logic is 100% grounded in reality. Anything that would happen in real life happens in the dream, basically. Like
You could throw a baseball and it would fly the exact same way as if you threw a baseball in real life.
precisely. Everything is basically a
That's a lot of knowledge to hold in your brain.
carbon copy of the world.
It sounds like not logistically, like realistically oriented dreams.
Yeah, but I know
Man's
it's a
got a
dream.
physics engine in there. Bust him open.
Bust him open.
Sometimes I know what the dreams like.
Damn,
most
bro, I
of the
gotta
time
run
I
this
know
new
when it's a dream.
fluid simulation.
Alright, hold on.
Unreal Mason.
I know
So
it's a
basically,
dream
you've got
99% of the
very
time.
realistic stuff.
Yeah, faces 100%. I can see
Really?
everyone's face. Yours, his. I'll probably see his tonight.
Let's go.
Yours. It's pretty rare anymore that I dream. I kind of like just
I
stop.
agree with that. It's not.
But I can see anyone's face perfectly normal. I don't know what but the emotions thing. I remember when I was a child. I don't remember how it felt, but I remember I woke up feeling like, oh, that's what that is. I remember as a very, very, very young child, I had a fever dream. And by the way, my fever dreams are the exact same way, where they're hyper realistic. The only difference is things are a little more chaotic.
Is that how your favorite dreams are?
Yeah. I should also mention at the end of every single one of my dreams, I end up dead, and that's how I wake up, which is interesting because that's just how I've always woken up.
If in a realistic sense, that's how you end a reality.
Yeah. In a sense.
It's a brutal way to
But
end
the
reality.
only-
But
the
yeah.
only-
Yeah.
Wiping my sunburn
Emotion.
with a towel. That's
Yeah.
my end to reality.
That's how you end your reality.
Dude, you forgot your homework and
So
woke
it's
up.
just death as just a death, not non-particular. It happens in different ways.
Oh, it does happen in different ways.
Okay.
It's not a particular way. I mean, I've died in car accident. I mean, I feel it all like 100%. So I mean, that
Dude,
doesn't bother
I
me.
understand that.
Yeah.
It
Fuck.
sucks.
Yeah. Eventually, you get used to it though. You're just kind of like, oh,
No, you don't get used to car accidents.
Ow.
you
Mason,
don't.
The pain.
do you know what Mason watches for fun?
Well, yeah.
That's a fair point. Yeah, that
That's
probably
a
is.
fair
Maybe
point.
that probably
It's-
has contributed.
But
to
yeah,
it.
like if plane crashes, I felt the like parts of the metal just cutting into me. It doesn't bother me anymore. Like I'll just be like, oh, this is happening.
Is that where you got the idea that hell has to have good things going on in it for it to?
Yeah,
be
that's where that theory
experienced
came
as
from.
hell?
Because I figured if you eventually get so used to pain that it doesn't bother you, like in the dream world, sometimes in the real world, like I'm a lot tougher now because of all that happening. Also-
like a psychological training.
What I was gonna say was that, and I know this makes me sound a little unhinged to say this, but
No,
the only
dreams-
emotion
No, we're talking dreams. So
I've never felt the only emotion I've ever felt in a fever dream when I was a young child. I don't remember how it felt. I just remember that I felt it. I was like I did something really, really horrible. I don't remember even what it was, but it was the only time in my life that I've ever felt guilty in my entire life.
Okay.
And it was in a fever dream when I was a kid. I still don't remember how it felt. It was the weirdest thing.
Mine's about guilt as well.
Huh.
I don't know.
it's okay. No, Dom has
Look at
something
me
to
like
build
that.
off of the guilty
What?
feelings.
Well, you're usually the one who psychoanalyzes it. So
Your dreams are hard to psychoanalyze. You know that, right?
I don't
I just look at him like the look you were giving me was like, how's that? I was like,
It was definitely how's that for how are you gonna analyze that one?
How you gonna psychoanalyze that one?
Come on,
Psychoanalyze
Michael. Let's
the
see it. Let's
dick
see it,
monkey,
big guy.
man.
No.
well, at the
Anyway,
very-
Dominic, you were
at the
saying.
very least, it is consistent with how you act as a person.
Okay, that's not.
All right, Dom.
I don't know if that's an insult
Well, no,
or
no,
a
I
compliment.
just mean-
Fuck you and thank you. Anyway, Dominic.
Dominic wanted to build off that sensation of guilt.
Yeah. Okay. I will share like faces. I don't see faces. I cannot see faces when I try to remember a dream. Even in the dream, I do not see faces.
May
But
I ask, what do you see in
blank,
place?
no eyes, no like nose.
So,
and
like,
hair.
if you
It's-
just lop all this off and stretch the skin
Mannequin.
from your forehead.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do see hair. Like I'll see like hair, but
What?
I will give that person an identity of somebody I know.
Okay.
So I will look at them and be like, yeah, that's my gym teacher.
Right.
Mark Bleacher was in one of my
Mark
dreams.
Bleacher.
And one of that is also I'm tying that in.
Faceless
That is
Mark
a
Bleacher.
$1,000 a year.
I will not get into this dream, but I felt horribly guilty for like a week after that dream, and
Really?
yeah, and I still like feel horrible about it, even though I know it was just a dream, and I had no control over it, but I feel awful.
That is fascinating.
So yeah, faceless. In the dreams, I remember faces, but when I wake up, they're blank.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all I know is in that the wedding dream, there was a beautiful woman behind that veil. But now that I look back on it, I can't remember any face.
Michelle Obama.
Wow.
To bring it back to.
It just
Sorry, you said a beautiful.
it's
woman,
not.
but
There's
that-
not even skin tone. It's just a
Beautiful
bleach
man.
white face, and like almost like mannequin takes that space.
I get a lot of. I mean, I can always tell who's who, and I've had all of you in my dreams before, but it's never like there's some of. It's like an abstract version, really, because it's like certain levels of things are there, but it's always like an ever like vibrating kind of fuzzy. I can't focus on it. I can't bring it into
I
resolution.
know that effect.
The details are
Yeah.
there, but they're not static.
I know the
Right.
effect. It's
It's
like
all moving.
yes, it's a constant moving picture. You can never pinpoint exactly that frame almost. In terms of cameras, at least. Yeah.
Mason.
Yes.
I didn't mean that as an insult. I was just thinking about this.
No, I
Because
don't.
you
I don't.
were like, no, we're going this way. No, I meant that as more of a. It's interesting to see that the way that you act is grounded in a lot of the representation in your dreams. Or I don't know if it's grounded there
How
or your
so?
dreams are grounded in you, but with the idea of constantly being exposed to death, whether it be of yourself or I don't know if anyone else does in your dreams, but
Sometimes.
generally, if you die on your own, you're going to get desensitized to that, and that idea that you got with hell being, like say the real world is hell. There are good things going on, there are bad things, and we can
'Cause you-
experience
yeah.
both.
Because you have to
Because
set the
they're
good
both
against
there.
the bad. Because if you can't set the good against the bad, then the bad is just the normal.
Right.
It's like the Africa argument. People in Africa, they don't know they're living bad. If they lived over here for one day, they'd realize how bad they have it over there. It's the same thing with here over there.
Or
You know what I
maybe
mean?
we have it worse
Hell, maybe
in
we
some
do.
ways.
Are you saying like in a way of like exposure?
Well, there's the exposure there that causes
Yeah.
you to become I don't know if it's
Yeah, I didn't mean to derail your
desensitized.
conversation. Sorry.
I
But-
should say like, so they have a more simple way of life. They obviously they work for their food, their money, and all that sort of thing.
Depends on where in Africa, but yeah.
Let's just say like a generic home, right?
When people think of Africa,
When
At
you're
least
thinking
I'm not-
tribal,
I'm trying.
it's a lot of like you're either in the jungle,
Let me not.
or you're in the desert, and the only thing you could do is go get water.
Let me say this. Let me specify the type of home I'm
Yeah.
thinking. As I say, it's like a plain savanna tribal home.
Yeah.
They are aware that the modern world is out there, but they are not up to date with it. That the average home there
are 2
works.
miles of paved road.
Yes, they work for their food, their money, and their water. Right. Just simply put, I'm not making like any weird accusation. Over here in America, we work for our money so we can afford all these things, but at the same time, we have a surplus of things, and we have the ability to expose ourselves to thousands, if not millions, of different lifestyles, and end up comparing ourselves. We may actually be more miserable and worse off, like you said, than them, where the only people they have to compare themselves are the people that they live in similar lifestyles to.
There was a... I know I'm going to get flack for mentioning Vice as a journaling agency. There was a Vice journalist that went over and lived with the... I don't know where in Africa.
Vice does good movie reviews.
Yeah?
I can stand on that and tell you that they do definitely.
But he
Probably
went
realistic,
and lived
right?
with some of the tribal people for about 2 months. And he tried to explain the idea of sadness and depression to them, and they just didn't get it.
Yeah.
They had no idea what he was talking about. And one of the philosophers that I follow is Eric Fromm. One of his ideas is like the farther you get from nature, the less direction and purpose your life already has answered for you. If you're out in the desert, you're fighting for your life. That is the answer of your life. Out here, we're fine.
We're well
People are going to take care of me. I will take care of myself with a
Hell, we're
freaking
recording a
Walmart job.
podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I can think about these things.
Right. You can
Yeah,
think
we have-
about beating
We
Joe
have
Rogan.
more time on our hands to comprehend things
Joe
around us.
Bogan.
Joe Bogan.
We have more time alone with our own thoughts.
That too.
Ooh.
Which is a horrifying thought sometimes.
Which was in the Regents today. It was
Really?
asking, like, should AI be, like, implemented to help with children?
Yeah.
Like AI devices.
Ooh.
And
No, they tried that. They weren't AI, but they were chatbots.
Yeah.
You know the Furbies?
Yeah.
They were all AIs.
Furbies are horrifying.
They
Yeah.
developed some weird personalities.
Yeah. It was, one of the arguments was that children aren't gonna sit alone and think to their own thoughts. Like, I think depression is sometimes healthy. Like, for our society. Obviously, I mean, like,
I'm
in
gonna
Africa,
clip that and ship that.
Well, hold on.
Like-
the idea that you have
No, I
to
know.
have sadness to have something to
be happy.
walk away from or try to gain out of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
grow
That's
from
why.
it.
What's his face? The guy you like.
Jordan Peterson?
Yeah.
A
He,
lot.
what was that he said? He said something about that. I rarely listen to any philosophy stuff, but I remember there was a video you sent me that I watched, and he said in it that if human beings ever created utopia, the first thing we would do is tear it all down, because we need something to strive for. We need something to do with our lives, because if we just sit around doing nothing, we feel miserable and we just can't stand it. Which is why
Us
Oh, dude, if I have
being
nothing to work
miserable
for,
keeps us
I am
from being
at my
miserable.
worst, actively.
What?
I would argue that you don't need sadness to have happiness.
I
don't-
disagree.
You may not.
I would also disagree.
You may
I-
not recognize your happiness,
You-
but
you may be
I would
content.
say
But
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
think you're joyful. Like, I
no.
don't think...
Well, no, I shouldn't say happiness. I would say just general
Yeah.
positive-ish.
Yeah. You
feelings.
can... I think the positive emotions are...
Obviously, you do need the counterbalance by our standards, but
It's like my common argument, you know? Everyone says, I'm a bot, I'm a sub. But without subs, you wouldn't have DOMs.
Exactly.
I am doing you all a huge
I
You're doing me,
think
favor.
I-
you're doing me a huge favor.
didn't I handle that statement with the counterbalance of sadness?
You did,
and happiness?
you did.
You did not
That's
need
been the
to.
same
No, I didn't.
idea that we've had for thousands of years. The yin yang has been
Exactly.
in most cultures.
Okay,
So
so maybe I
Do you
am.
want to
People
loop this
did.
back around to dreams, or do you want to keep going on this?
Either way.
I would actually say.
I can loop it into dreams if you want.
Then
or-
loop it back into
yeah,
dreams,
bring-
just so we can keep it kind of a similar topic.
Yeah, we
So-
have gone into something completely
To
different.
bridge the psychology and philosophy with the dreams, one of the things with Peterson that he's been exploring with literary critiques and any of the psychological underpinnings in the Bible has been how does he put it rather? The humans, we watch each other, how we act and how these things work for thousands of years, and we learned sometimes what those actions are in the way that we tell stories about it. And one of the ideas that he presents is that we first find these things in our dreams. With the dreams that we have, I feel like I'm throwing bricks at a wall right now. Sorry, guys.
That was
Ain't
also
gonna
in the
build it up
Regents.
anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Bricks at a wall.
Well, throwing bricks really high to impress a girl.
What?
Really?
Wait, what?
Yeah, kid's name was Flag. Who needs... Oh my God, go ahead.
Flag.
FLEGG.
Flag.
Oh,
They
it's
had this
2
really
Gs.
old building, and he went there with some girls and like,
Six
some other
Flags.
guys. And they'd throw bricks really high. And this one girl that he liked was like, okay, well, can you climb as high as you can throw? And then it went up there. He like got really high on the ladder.
It went up there. I was gonna really.
Sorry.
I don't know. Yeah.
It was a
Flag went up there and began to describe the building as if it was like this deity. Like it was this god. Like it was looking over the land and it was this all powerful but it was just made of iron. But like
I'm gonna chuck a brick at it.
but like I wrote about how it made him feel like insignificant and like
Alright.
how small and like meek it made him feel clinging to this giant structure that's surveying the land. Where did we start with this?
So I was trying to
I
tie
have
it
no
back to
idea
the
where
dreams.
we're going.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's try and switch back to the dream.
I
Just-
know.
unless
Go
we
back.
want to.
I am phenomenal at getting us off topic.
You are very
So-
good at that. You
so
are.
if you want to switch veins, dreams.
Oh no, I just figure. I mean, I don't really care. I just want to try and keep as much of it as one topic.
it's been too long since I've really thought my way through that maze, so to speak. It's fucking.
So here,
So I'll wait
okay.
for
So if
next
we're
episode.
reaching our end, I want to leave you guys with this thought.
Yeah, I think we
or
are.
Thought
we have
process.
And I have to get going.
Yeah. So for when it comes to your next dream, if you can possibly remember, try to dissect where you may have seen these things. Like in your maze dream, did you see anything maze related, school related, anything like that? And then the crowd of middle schoolers. I don't know if you've been exposed to middle schoolers anytime recently.
No, not particularly.
Okay, because I work with them, so it
Awful.
would make more sense. And I still work in a school district,
Right.
so it would make more sense if that were my dream, kind of. I don't know why I would be chased, but kind of.
If you're Machine Gun Kelly, maybe you'd be chased by middle schoolers.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Who's chasing who? Everyone
So, yeah.
He's doing both.
Alright, final sentiments.
So yeah, I leave you with that thought process, and let me know if you have anything.
Or, to add to that, with the dissecting is there a meaning that you're missing?
Yeah, maybe find the meaning. Either like find the meaning or dissect it.
This is
Or do both.
what the English teacher wants you to do in your life. Is to
Yeah.
This
constantly-
time the door is blue. and it
my
means
door is
something.
white, and that is
Your walls are
white
orange.
Oh my god, I have to move that. too.
my rooms smell like burnt oranges.
Anyway,
How do I fix it?
Ryan,
Okay.
Yeah.
leave
Final
us with
sentiments.
final
Final
sentence.
sentiment.
Yeah. I guess just if you start noticing any kind of pattern in your dreams, even if they're completely unrelated, I'd log it. If you can remember it after you wake up long enough, I'd log it. And you don't have to put meaning to it. You could just dream about a fucking giant red fire hydrant because that's what your brain was thinking about.
Or a big blueberry you shoot off a mountain with an AK-47.
Either way.
Been there.
Either way. But
Was that a minor review? Yeah, sorry.
Have you? Is there anything you haven't dreamed of yet?
There's an infinite number of things.
But yeah, try to log it and just see if there's a pattern in there. But don't force a pattern. Don't force a meaning on that pattern.
Oh yeah, one more quick question. Can you guys just a yes or no? Can you guys choose your dreams by any chance?
No.
No. Okay.
Rarely.
I can't either. Rarely.
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll be thinking. Sorry. Sometimes I'll be thinking about a dream that used to reoccur for a couple years.
Yeah.
And that I'll have it pretty soon thereafter. In the moment, no.
Okay, so it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Epic.
My
I
friend's
will-
like, hold on, we gotta take it out of the files.
I will say this: I can't choose the start of the dream, but if I wake up, I can choose either if I can choose to go back into that dream.
You like rerun it and change
Not
things.
not rerun it, just
Yeah.
continue. Although there was one thing I modified my chaser saying, "Hey, that's too overpowered." And when I woke up, I'm like, no. Went back to sleep. That power, or it was like a radar. I took that radar from him.
Alright.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
My man fucking
This-
opened the code.
I want to let Dominic
Yeah.
finish it off.
this
but
podcast is a gift.
But I do
it's
wanna-
Christmas time and it's
quick.
time to wrap it up. Your
yeah,
final
I wanted
sentiment?
to just do. I just wanted to say, I don't really care, but if you don't relate to any of this, you're not insane. I mean, you're just whatever.
You're
I
probably
am.
mentally stable.
Yeah, I'm pretty mentally stable, I would say, and in my opinion. So I mean, if you can't relate to any of this and you're just like, what the hell are these idiots talking about, man? I'm with you. I agree. You're one of me. You're one of my clones. You're one of my children.
Look, either
And
way.
I accept you. Not really, but
Okay.
I'll pretend I accept you.
All right.
He's
Either
not
way.
disappointed.
Yeah, I was just gonna
I'm not
say-
disappointed in you. No.
Either way, if you did listen,
Unlike your
thanks.
parents, I'm not
Yeah.
disappointed. Now, Dominic, close us off so I can get
All
going.
right.
Sorry, Tommy. Bye.
Don't care, Tom.
No, I just wanted to say
Um,
thanks.
Your dreams may have meaning, they may not, but you do. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for having me on, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course,
we
Ryan.
love,
Yeah,
we
thank
love
you.
having you.
Ryan,
Anytime.
he'll be back. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Again.
this won't be a last. Thank you again for tuning in. Love all of you guys. I wish you well in your future endeavors. Have a good dream tonight. Not a bad one. See you later.